Hello everybody, welcome back. This is just gonna be a short video. I just felt like I needed to come on the anniversary of Pet Sounds and wish it a happy anniversary. At the time of posting this, it is May the 16th, 2026. Also happens to be my birthday. I'm recording this a couple days early, but May 16th, time of posting, it's my birthday. I did not know when I fell in love with Pet Sounds that it came out on my birthday, quite a few years before I was born. For those that want to know, I am turning 32 today. So Pet Sounds had a few years on me when it was released. I did not come into loving Pet Sounds until I would say my junior or senior year of college. So that would be about 10 years ago, 11 years ago if it's my junior year. I bought the CD. I bought the 1997 remaster that has the stereo and mono mixes on the record. Now, I've done a video on Pet Sounds. I can post that below, talking about why it's such an important album to me. I've done a video about Brian Wilson talking about why he is such an important artist to me. So I'm not really going to get into that. This is more just in line of talking about this record just having such an impact on me, growing on me over the years. Now, I do have two vinyl copies of Pet Sounds. I have the RSD exclusive, or RSD Essential, which is on this beautiful Coke bottle green on the replica Rainbow Capital label. And then I have the 50th anniversary mono. Now, I'm hoping that by the time that this video is posted, I will have received the Pet Sounds One Step, which I'll probably do a separate video on by itself. But these are the two vinyl copies that I have at the moment. And they're records that I can listen to anytime. Pet Sounds to me is perfection. God Only Knows is my all-time favorite song ever put to tape. I think it's a masterclass in production, in songwriting, in harmony, in lyrics. As simple as the lyrics are, they are gorgeous. The Carl Wilson lead, the Bruce Johnston and Brian Wilson harmonies at the end. It's only three of the Beach Boys on that track, and they make it sound like a heavenly choir. It's just that good. That might sound like hyperbole. It might be to some of you. I know there are people that don't appreciate Pet Sounds or don't like it at all, especially if they're more familiar with the early surf rock hits of the Beach Boys leading up to Pet Sounds. But to me, Pet Sounds is something that takes time. It's not something that you can get on the first listen. For me, it took probably about 10 listens for me to realize, oh, there's a lot more to it than just the songs. To understand where Brian Wilson was at the time with his mental health, to know where the band was in terms of changing their touring lineup, adding first Glenn Campbell for a few months and then Bruce Johnston, who pretty much became a stalwart member from that point moving forward. There's a lot there. And so to understand, Brian had to leave the band in order to put his thoughts to tape is truly remarkable. I mean, you hear the songs like Caroline No, where he's singing about wanting somebody that he can't have, that she's, that much older, that she's somebody that, he might have known as a younger man who has matured. There's a lot to unpack with the lyrics. To hear the song, I Just Wasn't Made for These Times, which to me is kind of a theme song for Brian. What time was Brian made for, with his very humble and quiet genius that comes across so eloquently on Pet Sounds. It's truly just a beautiful thing to listen to. And again, it's a record that I can put on any season, any day. I can listen to it back to back. I can listen to it multiple times in a day. I don't get tired of it. I always hear something new. And it's just an album that holds so much meaning to me. And again, with it being my favorite record, with the excitement for the new reissues, the One Step and the vinyl file, as well as the reissue of the Pet Sounds Sessions highlights. I couldn't let the day go by without recognizing that record, recognizing what it means to me, recognizing the Wrecking Crew who laid down some beautiful tracks, and just hearing so many different little pieces of those songs every time I hear it that are new and fresh. And I can't love this record more than I do. Maybe I will once I hear these new reissues. So that's all I've got to say. Listen to Pet Sounds today. If anything, listen to God Only Knows, and just think about what this record did for Brian Wilson. It was his masterpiece. Think about what it did for popular culture with the ripple effect on the Beatles and so many, latter rock stars who look at this album so fondly. Go online and look up all the different musicians and the different genres and what they say about God Only Knows and Pet Sounds. You'll be surprised who all has this album so high in regard. So that does it for me, folks. Happy birthday, happy anniversary to Pet Sounds, 60 wonderful years. I'm very excited to celebrate it today on my birthday, and I hope you all will give it a spin as well. So that does it for me. In the meantime, y'all be good, take care, and we will see you on the next one. Bye now.